The most dangerous moment in your budget is not when your account is almost empty. It's the first 24 hours after payday, because that's when a lot of people spend the buffer they keep saying they want. Most people think they run out of money at the end of the month. A lot of times they start running out in the first few days. When your account is almost empty, you usually know to be careful. But right after payday, that's when your money feels safe. That's when the account looks good. That's when a careless $50 doesn't feel like a big deal. And that's the trap. Payday creates a false sense of breathing room. You get paid, the pressure lifts. You feel like you can finally loosen up. Dinner out, a Target run, Amazon order, food delivery because, I'm tired. None of it feels reckless in the moment because the account still has money in it. But your checking account shows you what's there. It doesn't show you what's already been spoken for. Housing is coming due, electric, the fridge is almost bare, and you need gas next week. And that subscription you forgot about? Oh, it's coming. The money may be sitting in your account, but a lot of it already has a job. So when you spend from the full balance, you aren't spending from reality. You're spending from a temporary number that's on the screen. That's why the first 24 hours is so important. The last week before payday, that exposes the problem. The first few days after often created it. A careless $50 on the first day of the month counts just as much as a careless $50 on the last day. The only difference is how it feels. On the last day, that $50 feels dangerous. On payday, it feels harmless. But your bank account doesn't care how it felt. The money is still gone. That's why saving what's left usually fails. Because by the time you get to what's left, your paycheck has already been picked over by bills, habits, impulse spending, convenience, and stuff, man, you barely even remember buying. But the fix isn't complicated. Move the money before your spending gets a vote. If $50 a week is realistic, automate $50 into a separate savings account as soon as your paycheck clears. Not before. The goal is to build a buffer, not create an overdraft and call it discipline. If $50 is too much, make it $25. If $25 is too much, make it $10. But move it in the first 24 hours. That's the behavior that you're training. The goal is to build a paycheck buffer, not a dream fund, not some perfect financial plan or investment account. Just a small pile of money sitting between you and the next normal problem. A tire, a medical bill, a missed workday, a car repair because, cars don't ask permission before breaking. That buffer matters because without it, normal life becomes debt. A $300 problem goes on a credit card. Then the credit card payment makes next month tighter. Then next month's paycheck has less room. Then the cycle keeps going. That's why this small transfer is powerful. Not because $50 magically fixes the finances. It changes the order. You protect the money first. Then you adjust around what's left. And if you do $50 a week for about 90 days, that's roughly $600 or so. Now, that won't make you rich, but it keeps a normal problem from becoming a credit card balance. And sometimes the damage goes way beyond a credit card balance. Years ago, I had a customer who was trying to get approved for a loan, and her credit was bad. So I started talking to her about what had happened. And she told me years earlier she had a basic car. Nothing fancy, 4-cylinder, regular transportation, but the thermostat went out. Now, a competent mechanic could have probably fixed it for $200 or less. Problem was, she didn't have $200. And because she didn't have the $200, she couldn't get to work. Because she couldn't get to work, she got fired. No income meant she couldn't make the car payment. The car got repossessed. Then she got evicted from her apartment. A lot of damage started because there wasn't $200 sitting between her and the problem. Not a blown engine, not a major medical event, a thermostat. That's why a paycheck buffer matters. When you have no buffer, small problems don't stay small. That's the lesson. Most people don't need a perfect budget to start. They need one protected move that happens before payday behavior takes over. So the next time you get paid, do a payday audit. Look at the first 24 hours after your last paycheck. What did you spend? what was necessary, what was convenience, what was emotional, and what could have been moved first. Then pick a number that is real for your situation. $50, $25, $10, whatever fits you. Put it in a separate savings account, preferably one that's not attached to your debit card, because easy access is how a buffer turns back into pizza money real quick. Move it after the paycheck clears. Move it before the account balance tricks you, because your paycheck buffer doesn't get built with whatever survives. It gets built with what you protect first. If you want practical financial thinking, not hype, subscribe. On this channel, we focus on discipline, cash flow, and long-term financial clarity. And I'll see you in the next video.